Hi, friends. I'm Lauren,
Oh, and I'm Lindsay.
and this is the Swearing Moms podcast.
We're so official today.
I wanted to have that tone of when you're comforting someone in need, in distress,
Ah, yes.
kind of like a therapist tone.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Swearing Mamas podcast. Been working on it. What do you think?
This is episode 25 in our series of Swearing Mamas.
That was really good, but this is like episode 41.
Ah, dang it. Totally just threw a number out there.
I know, not too much longer until we're going on a year.
Oh, wow. We're almost at our year.
We'll have to do something super special.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, before we get started, I wanted to mention to everyone we have a new Facebook group. It's just called Swearing Mamas. If you search that on Facebook, it will come up. And you can join our group, please. Join and chat with us. We share memes and chat. And I know that I know several of my mom friends are doing either some form of direct sales or they're artists or whatever they have going on. So on the weekends, we open that up if you want to share and network and all that. So yeah, it's hopefully to be a great, fun little community. It's moms only. So I'm sorry to our dad listeners, but I figured there will probably be talks about vaginas. So no dads. Anyway, speaking of our group, today's episode is just going to be like a fun game of Lauren and Lindsay playing Would You Rather Parenting Edition. And we did get a couple submissions from the group.
Hey.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm terrible at these Would You Rather games.
Really? I love Would You Rather.
I am so bad.
I like to come up with them and torture people though.
Great. Now I know what I'm in for.
I couldn't think of too many crazy parenting ones, but if it's not a parenting Would You Rather, I'll wreck your world. I think these will be a little bit tame. But are we ready? Should we get started?
Yes.
All right, let's start with the ones from our group. So we have from Wendy. It's so weird to say that, right? Because that's my grandma. Wendy, my grandma. Would you rather raise boys or girls?
Well, this one's hard because I only have a boy.
Right.
So I feel like I'm going to say boy because I've never raised a girl. I feel like I feel like girls could be easier in the beginning, but then once you hit the period stage, that's when they become harder.
Truly. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be a lot of fun raising a girl. And obviously I've said that's what I wanted in the first place, but now I'm really glad that I had a boy because I feel like all of the important, it's so hard, right? You can't change a whole generation, but you can have one kid and raise them how you hope the future will turn out, right? So I think that so much of what I wanted to instill in a daughter is actually stuff that I really need to teach a son. You want to teach your daughters to stand up for herself and be respected. But when you have a son, you can actually teach your son to just be respectful, so that all the daughters out there don't have to stand up for themselves against boys because you're raising a good boy. So
10 out of 10, good boy.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess in that way, I like having a boy, but it is hard to pick.
Yeah. Ask me in a couple years if I ever have a girl. We'll bring this question back if we ever have the other. We can give a more truthful answer.
I feel like we're failing. It's the first question and we already didn't really answer.
I told you I'm not good at these. I told you.
It's okay. Let's see. Would you rather, this comes from Lauren, would you rather give formula or breastfeed?
I did both. Of course, I would rather do breastfeeding, but if you can't, for whatever reason, formula is not a problem.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I just have to strictly pick an answer, I'd rather breastfeed. But yeah, formula, if that's the route that, you need to go, no shame. But breastfeeding is great. I mean, it can be not always great when they're biting you and smacking you and doing weird things with their foot. But
sounds like there was some.
Yes, he used to just spread his legs wide open and like his foot would go in my face and I was just like, what is wrong with you? But no, I mean, we're still breastfeeding. Obviously, it's worth all that or I would have stopped by now because we're past a year. I guess, hey, does this mean that I'm doing extended breastfeeding? Is that what this is?
I don't know.
Let's see. Extended breastfeeding. Google. Go. Hey, is it okay that we say Google in our podcast or do we have to pay Google? It's fine.
I think it will be okay.
It's fine. I'm a local guide level 6. I'm allowed.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my God, Google local guides. It's just like when you review things on Google, but I just did it for fun. Like I just like to leave recommendations and I usually don't leave a negative review unless it's really bad. Like the Quiznos in Nashville.
Yes.
It's not in Nashville. It's the other one around here. But anyway, bad people. But no, anyway, I just started doing it for fun and then I became a local guide and they like sent me socks and sometimes they'll send me free coupons for stupid shit and I love it. That's an aside about Google. It says extended breastfeeding is after the age of 12 or 24 months depending on the culture.
Oh, that's a really big window.
Right.
That's a whole year's difference.
Who knows? Okay.
Yikes. Okay. We'll just say sure. Whatever.
But yeah, breastfeeding. Okay. Next question is from Amber. Would you rather raise your children to share your religious views or allow them to develop their beliefs on their own? Such a good question.
I like allowing them to develop it on their own.
Yes, me too. I feel like with most, like, I guess, moral or ethical or whatever spiritual beliefs, like I want to share with my child like, hey, this is what I believe and why, but really leave space for him to make the decision on his own. And this is gonna sound pointed or like shade and I'm not intending it that way, so I hope that it doesn't offend anyone, but I have there are many people in my life, let's say, who I know who have raised small children and those children will just like say a prayer or they'll talk about God, but I can see that the child has no idea what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
And to me, you haven't taught your child anything about religion or God. Like you've just, sorry, but brainwashed them. Like you've just made them memorize something.
Exactly.
Like you could teach your kid to say anything.
Yeah, I know a couple of those too.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I get the intention is good, so I'm not saying it's like, oh, you're a bad mom. Like, I get your good intention, you're trying to teach them whatever, but like, just it's not. They don't understand. They're small children. And I think that a much better way to teach your children spiritualism is to take them into nature, is to, like I've mentioned before, meditate with them if that's something that works for you guys. Just teach them to experience life in whatever way you can tell makes their soul happy. Like, what, because little, they're all different people. It's just because they're small, they're still different. So whatever, like, whether that's baking or hiking or dancing in the rain, give your child those moments where they get to truly, like, feel alive and a part of something. And I think that's a much better way to teach your children about spiritualism. And then as they're older, because they have that spiritual relationship, they'll be able to discern what religion specifically that they want to follow. But that's just my 2 cents about the matter.
No, I agree.
Sweet. Okay. Remind me tomorrow. I don't want to update. Fucking A.
We're not doing too bad with these. We failed the first one, but we've made a comeback.
Yeah, we're crushing it.
I wouldn't go that far.
Also from Amber, would you rather be a stay-at-home mom or a working mom?
Oh, this one's hard because I've done both, and both have their perks.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's really hard. Like, I mean, everyone wants to be a stay-at-home mom and just, be home and enjoy the time with their child. But on the same note, I also like going to work because it gets me out of the house and with adult interaction, which is something I missed so much when I was a stay-at-home mom. Like, draining. You're so alone. It's so hard. It's just hard. So they both have their perks. I don't know which one I would choose over the other. So I guess I'm failing again.
I also am going to cheat on this one and say option C. My perfect schedule, like if I could do whatever I wanted, would be to stay home like maybe 4 days a week and work 2 days and then have 1 day with Seth, or I don't know, maybe stay home 3 days and work two and have the weekend, something like that. But I'd love to work just like 2 days a week and then be home the rest of the time.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, that'd be super. It's weird when you start missing work, right? You're like, I hated going to work every day, and now you're like, oh, I just would love if I could go ring someone up or answer an email.
Yeah.
It's also weird for me because I do consider much of what I do to be work, but it doesn't pay anything.
It is. It's totally 100% a job, but it's the hardest job because you're so alone. You don't answer to anyone. Your only coworker is a child who sometimes can't talk to you, and it's just hard. Like, the only time you have alone are their nap times. And if you have a child like mine who doesn't nap, you have no time alone. It's hard.
Yeah. And for me, it's like not really an option to get a part-time job because I have a lot of other shit on my plate that I do consider to be work, like running the whole band, hey, podcasting, writing. So I guess in a way I'm working, but it's just like not at a job. I don't know. A different Lauren. Shout out to all them Laurens. I think we have,
Goodness.
Our group is still really small, but I think including me, we already have 4 Laurens plus you, Lindsay. So
I'm not a Lauren.
Yeah, but Lauren and Lindsay.
Okay.
It's a thing. Remember?
I guess it'll be a thing.
Laura and Linda?
Yeah.
Okay. She said baby-led feeding or baby food purees.
So I never did the baby-led weaning.
No.
I follow someone on Instagram who is currently doing that with their child. And if you have the sanity to deal with that, I give you all the respect because I see this child covered in like their food, and like you have to give your child a bath after every meal. Like this child is covered in food. So I don't think I would do that.
Yeah.
I think I could do that. It seems like so much work.
And I was just like afraid that he was gonna choke because they're still learning how to use their tongue at that age.
Yeah.
That was my thing. But I mean, I didn't do strictly purees either. Like, we did incorporate real foods. Like, when he was probably like right around 6 months is the first time I gave him a chickpea to eat, you know, and it had curry sauce on it. So, like, he did eat normal food too. But I don't know. To me, I just like rather puree stuff. But if you like to do baby-led weaning, good for you.
Yeah. It's already messy when you feed the child. Imagine them feeding themselves. It's just complete mess and chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just not really my thing. And so, like, when it comes to feeding my child, I didn't sit down and say, should I do purees or baby-led weaning? I sat there and said, like, let me use my common sense. And I don't care what food it is. If it's safe for him to eat, I'll give it to him. If it's not, I won't. And that was the end of that.
Yeah.
So I think people, like, especially right now in time, are, like, super into, like, this one method of things or subscribing to this certain set of things or coming off as a certain way. And I just feel like use your natural born mom intuition and you'll be fine.
Yes.
Woo. Okay. Now for some from me. Would you rather?
From another Lauren.
Yeah, right. Another Lauren. Would you rather clean up huge blowouts every day until your child is potty trained or have to clean up a poop-covered wall once?
Poop cover wall.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just once. I can't do blowouts every day up until they're potty trained. I can't.
That wall really scares me, though, because then it...
Yeah, but it's a one time and you're done. A child can't poop that much to cover that much of a wall. Plus, they're not that tall, so it's a lower half of a wall. I'd go with the wall.
Okay, that's a good point.
Definitely go with the wall.
Can I have the wall but make my husband clean it?
How about you can have the wall, but you both have to clean it?
Okay,
so teamwork. So it's half the work, but yes.
It's just like I hear these wall stories all the time, and they have traumatized me. If my child puts his poop on the wall, I am not going to be okay. I need y'all to understand I'm not going to come back from that. I'm not going to be okay.
Yeah.
Did your child do that?
No.
He never put his poop on the wall?
No, and my child also hasn't done, like, the crazy, like, I know we've all seen that YouTube video, the child who covered his little brother in peanut butter. Or when I was a child, my mom worked for this company that she always had stickers. They were like food stickers or something like that. I stickered our TV.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, no, my child hasn't done anything like that. And actually, my old boss, her child stickered her, like, windows of her car in the back seat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, no, my child hasn't. I really don't give him things that can cause that much damage because I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, no.
So for the longest time, Tim thought stickers were food. So Tim would eat stickers. So we don't have stickers in our household.
Mommy?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Tim hasn't done anything too crazy like that. And actually, we didn't have that many blowouts either. But I just couldn't, with the few that I had, I just can't take that option to do it every day.
Yeah, it is a lot. I'll never forget when Oliver had one, and then I took his clothes off of him and sat him on the changing table, and then he peed, and then he pooped again on the
changing table
after I had taken his clothes off of him.
Tim has never pooped in the bathtub.
Oh, good.
And apparently that's also a thing.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet, but I hope never to.
I mean, peeing, yeah, we have had that. But pooping, no, he's never pooped in the bathtub. And I hear horror stories about that too. So
yeah,
I guess
true.
We just got lucky, Lauren.
That is lucky. Okay, next question. Would you rather eat leftover sandwich crust for lunch or eat Cheerios that your child pulled out of their mouth and shoved into yours?
Both are kind of bad. I feel like, so how long was the Cheerio in the child's mouth?
Just a second.
Is it a soggy Cheerio?
Nah, it's
okay, then I go Cheerios.
Mom,
okay.
that is star.
Because you're not going to get much nutrition from crust of a bread. I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong. I love the crust, but I'm still going to be hungry. At least, depending on how many Cheerios I'm getting, I can somewhat get full off of that. Can we do both? Can I have both? Can I have the crust and the Cheerios?
You can have both sad snacks.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was inspired to that question because my child keeps doing that right now. Like, he will put a Cheerio in his mouth and then pull it out and put it in mine. And I'm just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Tim still does that at 3, so you still have time to look forward to that. But yeah, no, I don't care which one. I'll take both.
Okay.
At least I'll have somewhat of a decent lunch, I guess.
Oh, that's so sad. I'm sad.
The mom life.
Yeah. Would you rather have your hair pulled by your child daily or go gray?
I guess go gray because I can always dye my gray hair. Or do I have to keep it?
You could dye it.
Do I have to keep it gray? Okay, then yeah, go gray hair. However, it's not in my genes to get gray hair, guys. So.
Oh, what is it? White?
No, so I take after my grandmother on my mom's side, and like with everything body related, I guess. And she never dyed her hair, and she had like jet black hair up until the end.
Wow.
So yeah, like my mom, I think was my age. No, it was like younger than me now when she like started getting gray, and I have never had a gray hair in my life, knock on wood.
Wow.
So I think I'm taking after my grandmother. So yeah, I just dye my hair for fun, guys, just to change the color because I hate having the same color for a long time.
Well, I already
no
have
gray hair.
I have gray hair.
Maybe if I have a second child, maybe gray hair will come.
I've had mine for since before I had a child.
Oh man.
It's not like a ton, but if it's just silver, that's one thing. But when you get a kinky one, that's the worst because it feels like plastic.
Yep, I know I know exactly what you're talking about. I haven't experienced it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep. But the thing
you can hate me. I'll let you.
I do hate you. Thing about gray hair though is in style right now, so
it is. It is in style right now.
I made a tweet about that on my personal account. Classy ass mommy, follow me. No, it was it said, what I love about the gray hair trend is that at any given time, you never know if you're standing behind a girl who has a baking blog or a really sexy grandma.
I saw that. I think I liked it.
Thanks. I like to think I'm funny.
You are pretty funny sometimes.
Oh my God, you're funny.
Sometimes. Don't get a fat head.
It's like when people talk about our podcast, sometimes I have a friend who I'll be with them and they're telling someone else about it or whatever the situation may be. And they say it is a comedy podcast or they say that, it's funny. I'm always like, oh my God, wait a second. they think we're funny.
Oh my God, they think we're funny?
Oh my God,
Guys.
I just thought it was annoying.
You know what I hate? We're going to do a sidetrack real quick because, it's not a podcast unless we do.
Oh, yeah.
I like to think that I'm funny sometimes, and I do something at work that I find funny, and I come home and tell my husband, and he doesn't laugh, okay?
Husbands
doesn't
are
laugh.
rude.
Oh, it gets better, Lauren. So then, the next day, he'll tell me, oh, hey, I told my friend about your story, and we laughed for 10 minutes. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you did not laugh when I told you, but when you tell your friend, that's when you laugh? I'm like, what the hell, you bitch?
I think it's a power thing. Seth, like, all the time likes to give me this look of just, like, shame and disappointment and, just, like, imply that I'm not funny or I'm not as funny as I think I am. He'll be like, you're funny sometimes. But then, like, he'll go and make the dumbest fucking dad joke. And I'm like, no, like, this is rude.
So also, Drew likes to take my jokes that I tell him and tell other people while I'm sitting next to him. And I'm like, bitch, that was mine. I told you that. He's like, yeah, but I had to tell everyone else. And I'm like, but now they think it's your joke. I'm the funny one.
You got any good jokes right now?
What? No, I don't. I mean, I could tell you my funny work story.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's IT related. I don't know if everyone's going to get it. Okay, real quick. So my company, we did this spoofing test. So we sent everyone one of those like phishing emails. And when you were like selecting, like you can pick what email it goes to. We did like an Instagram, Spotify. And like when you click the link inside of it, it takes you to like the website we use as webpage and tells them like you're going to have to take a class because you just put your company at danger kind of thing. So when my boss used to pick the website design for like the one when you click the link, it would be like your typical stop sign that's like you just put your company in danger. Well, I found out you could do a Rickroll.
Oh my God.
So I put Rickrolls on all of them and it made my day that you could do Rickrolls. And like my boss was like, Lindsay, we can't do that. And I'm like, yes, we can. And he's like, no, really, we can't. I was like, I'm calling Jen. So I called his boss and I was like, I sent her the email. I was like, can we do this? And she responded very fast and was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, wait, did you click the link? And she was like, yeah, it went to a song, right? And I was like, I can do it. So I did it to a few of them. And then when the like responses kept coming in, so like every time someone clicks the email, you get an email that tells you who did it. And whenever like one of the people would like click one, it was never one of the ones that had the Rickroll. And I would get so upset.
Aww.
Because it wasn't a Rickroll email. I'm like, ew, you just got the generic one. And then my boss promised me that we could do all Rickrolls the next time. But then they were going to a different company. And I was like, this next company better have Rickrolls or I am not supporting.
That is great. I love that the Rickroll still happens because I was wondering if there's anyone else still doing that recently because I told my bandmates we should Rickroll.
I totally support Rickrolling. And the best part was a lot of my company is older people. So I don't think they would get it. So like my boss is like, they're probably not going to understand it. And I'm like, I don't even care. We need to do it because funny. I love it.
Oh yeah.
He was like, you're going to be at work one day and you're going to hear the Rickroll. And I was like, and I'm going to go running with a smile on my face and find out who did it.
Rickrolling was like one of the most pure times of the internet because like, oh, you got hit with this song? Like it's cute. It's just cute. In case anyone doesn't know what it is, it's that Never Gonna Give You Up plays.
By Rick Astley.
But you have to trick people into it is the thing. Like, you can't just
send
someone the track.
You send someone like a link and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they linked the whole movie for Endgame. Mm-hmm. And you send like a link to YouTube, but no, it's Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. And it's fantastic because everyone's so mad that it wasn't the original thing that you said it was.
And there used to be
that's one of my funny stories.
And do you remember all those websites that would like look like a normal URL for something totally different? And it would be a Rickroll. That was such a good time.
It was fantastic.
Such a good time.
Can we go back to that time?
I wish. But the only thing is then I'm going to have to do a deep side part on my hair and, like, start listening to Silverstein again.
I still do a side part, but it's fine. Just call me out.
Like the
it's
eye
okay.
it has to be the eye covering. The deep covers half your
Okay,
face.
I still get side bangs too. So what are you trying to say?
You are not an emo
You're just
kid.
dogging me right now.
No, the emo look.
Okay.
I don't think you look like an emo right now.
Well, good.
But at heart, maybe.
At heart, maybe.
I am at heart, definitely. I realized recently that, like, if Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights ever plays and I'm in the car alone, I will go fucking insane. Like, I will become 16 again.
As you should.
Yeah, that, Anyway, so back to the Swearing Mamas podcast.
No longer side stories.
Would you rather take cold showers or take showers with an audience?
Showers with an audience.
Yeah.
I physically cannot do cold showers.
Yeah.
If it's 90 degrees outside, my shower is still 110.
What if it's 98 degrees?
Still 110.
It's a bad joke.
I got it. They're coming to Maryland.
Why?
For a concert.
No one asked for that.
I know, but it's still so funny. I hear like the commercial for it all the time.
Oh my gosh. Good times. Would you rather step on a Lego or be headbutted by your child?
Ooh. Step on a Lego.
Same. I get headbutted like daily and it hurts so bad. A couple of times my teeth have like slammed shut, like snapped shut, and I thought for sure that my tooth was going to be fucked up.
Yeah. Tim thankfully hasn't done it that often. But the little girl I used to babysit, I took her to a moon bounce place. Oh God. It knocked the wind out of me.
Yeah, it's like their heads are so big and heavy, they just can't properly control them yet. Boom. And my child likes to dive in for kisses. So it's very sweet, and I can't show him that I'm upset because, you know, it was an accident.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you, oh my God, I'm yawning, and this is the perfect question for that. Would you rather parent without sweets or without caffeine?
Sweets.
This is the hardest one.
I'm not a sweet person, so I could live without sweets. Not to take away like my chips. Oh God.
Okay. No, yep. For me, it's like cookies. I need it.
I'm salty for sure.
That's cute. You're salty. I'm sweet.
We make perfect pair.
Oh, we're like chocolate covered pretzels.
We go together like lamb and tuna fish.
What?
We go together like lamb and tuna fish.
Is that a quote?
Yes.
From what?
Big Daddy.
Is it? I don't recall. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid, but
it's when they're in the courtroom in like the very end, and it's oh God, what is his name? He's in every Adam Sandler movie.
The guy. I know who you're
the delivery guy. He plays the delivery guy. So he goes, they make perfect pair. They go together like lamb and tuna fish. And everyone's like, what the hell? And he goes, what? Would you prefer me say spaghetti and meatball? And they're like, yes. Yes, we would.
So which one of us is the lamb and which one's the tuna fish?
You can be the lamb. I'll be the tuna fish.
Okay. Mystery solved. No, I don't know. I guess I would rather... This is tragic. I guess I'd rather go without sweets. But, like, you just don't have any idea what that mid-morning cookie... No, that sounds bad. I eat a cookie in the morning. What it is like... Maybe actually it's after lunch, but, like... Or it's either like...
Don't justify it. It's a mid-morning cookie, and we're okay with it, okay?
Either mid-morning or after lunch, depending when my child is asleep. Whenever I make my coffee, I like to have like the least naughty cookie. So like an Oreo Thin, or
Oh my gosh,
you know
the
those,
least naughty cookie.
you know those Biscoff
Ugh.
cookies?
No.
Oh my god, they're the ones they serve on airplanes, but they sell them in the grocery store and at the Dollar Tree, and they're like a cinnamon cookie. Do you know what cookie butter is, right?
No, not really. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never had it.
Okay, well, cookie butter, firstly, is the most delicious thing ever, and it's just expensive, and I can't afford it anymore. But it's made out of these cookies. So basically the cookie form of cookie butter. Yeah. So I feel like, I just feel like they're not so bad. But yeah, it's like just a little cinnamon cookie. And I'm like, yeah, this is my little treat, my little snacky snack with my coffee. Because, it's nice to have a little something with your coffee. I don't put sugar in the coffee usually. So you got to have something with it to really feel like there's a reason to keep living.
Love that.
Okay. Would you rather be woken up early or kept up late?
Kept up late.
I would rather be woken up early.
Oh, no, I love my sleepy time.
I'm a bit of a morning person.
Yeah, and I'm not.
The only time
you remember, I had insomnia like all my life until having a child.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've had sleeping problems too, and they're back this week. So like when I was waking up a little earlier today, I was like, this is fucking rude. But if I can actually like get a reasonable night of sleep, then like if I have a choice to have like a good night of sleep, but it starts later or ends earlier, I rather it end earlier, because I like the morning. I like to be up before everyone else too, but I guess if you're being woken up, then you're not alone.
Yeah.
I like to be alone.
I do too. I wake up usually at 8:30, and this morning Tim didn't wake up till like 10. So I had an hour and a half, which was nice.
Oh my gosh.
What did I do? I just laid in bed. It's fine.
Well, I like to get up and I'm like, oh, there's birds tweeting. There's coffee brewing. The sun is rising. Praise Jesus. Okay. I have one last and final question.
All right.
Would you rather have your child constantly touching you or constantly talking to you?
Oh, God. C. Option C. Neither. My child is both. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm option D, but I don't want either. How about you?
Well, easy for me to say since I'm not in it yet. But I guess I'd rather him constantly be touching me because I have a trigger switch thing about talking where I'm like, I can tune it out for a certain time, and then all of a sudden I just want to turn it around to whoever it is and be like, shut up!
Oh, funny. You have that? Really? Michael Finnegan? You do?
I was drunk.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up.
Hey. I forgot.
Yes. I was just trying to have a peaceful 5-mile walk, and you would not stop.
Well, that is your fault for putting alcohol around me.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, outed you.
Yeah, you did. You got me.
That's a good song.
No, it's not.
No,
Said
it's not.
No one ever.
No one thinks it's a good song. Okay. Oh yeah, whose turn is it? It's your turn to do
It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a weird way to end the episode. We were just like, Michael Finnegan.
Michael Finnegan, guys.
Mom tip.
So my mom tip of the week. not something I've tried, but I'm going to try. So maybe I'll give you an update next time. My child does not like cleaning up his toys. He tells me he can't and refuses and all that stuff. So yesterday while I was doing the dishes and he was refusing to clean up his toys, he randomly was just like, okay, I'll do it. 3 minutes. I'll do it in 3 minutes. And just starts going at it. And I was like, wait, what? That's all I had to do was give you make it a game. So I'm going to start making cleanup time a game. How fast can you clean up? Can you clean up before the song is over? And put on a song and see if he can do it. And then that will get him to start cleaning up his toys, hopefully.
Love it.
So that's going to be my mom tip that I have not tried, pending, but let's hope it works.
Didn't Barney have a cleanup song?
Yeah, and so a while ago, I would try playing that song, and he just doesn't clean up. He just dances when the song starts.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, no, listen to the words, Tim. Which is really funny because there's a Barney meme, and it's like when Barney cleans up, when the Barney cleanup song comes on, and then it's like a picture of angry Barney, and he's like, but Timmy's bitch ass ain't cleaning.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, oh, it's so funny because it's my child's name, and it's true. I was like, it makes it even better.
Oh,
I think I
God.
died laughing and showed Drew, and Drew was like, did you make this? And I was like, no, isn't that great? My husband doesn't get memes, guys, so tragic.
Yikes.
I know.
Have you ever had someone call a GIF a meme or something like that?
No.
Yeah, that happened
so.
in my life. Someone in my family who's not even old said something about the meme.
Was it Dylan?
It was a GIF. No, he doesn't have a Facebook account.
I know he doesn't. That's why I was thinking it was him.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God, I can't.
You cringe a little.
I do.
So there's this meme that I saw, and it was I think it was SpongeBob. And it was when you laugh at a meme and your significant other asks why you're laughing, but you don't want to show it to them because then you're going to have to explain a million years of memes to them, and they're still not going to get it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is literally my life. Yeah. Whenever my husband asks me why I'm laughing, I'm like, don't worry about it.
Seth is actually pretty up on the meme game, but he's maybe not quite up to my level.
I don't think I'm up to your level, but
I'm the meme queen.
I do enjoy a meme.
Whenever Seth
I just started printing memes out and putting them around my desk. So at work, when I'm feeling sad, I can just look at my desk.
Did I ever tell you about the Drake tweets?
No.
I mean, not Drake, sorry. It was the Kanye West. Wait. Yeah, it was Kanye West tweets. But
we're getting our rappers confused.
I know, right? There was no, because I was thinking of Drake on Cake, I think, which is a different thing.
Oh, that's me. I do that
that's
every
your
year.
thing. But no, it was the Kanye West tweets on April Fool's Day when I worked in an office. I printed out a bunch of Kanye West tweets because they just are so strange and make no sense. The things he says a lot of the time. And I just printed them and put them on people's desks.
That's amazing.
Yes. That's a good mom tip though. I don't know how we got to where we are. Oh,
I don't know how we did either, but I don't know how memes got brought up, but it's fine. Oh,
Timmy,
because of the cleanup
Barney.
song. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. All right, well, on that note, guys, bye.
Do you want to do tweets?
Oh, dang it. I prematurely said bye. Sure, we can do tweets, I guess.
Oh, speaking of memes, I wanted to say also about our Facebook group. Share stuff. I know people are new and they're probably not sure. Yeah, I didn't know if people weren't sure if they could, but yeah, please do share stuff into our group. It's not just me and Lindsay talking. Yeah,
that gets boring.
Yeah,
we already do that.
We do that already, guys. We want to
weekly.
We want to see your fresh ass memes. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I guys. Blah, 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 blah. it's hard to talk when I see this. Her Twitter is at dishes_up, but her like name, you know, the name like next to it, like the actual name, it says Heather with the shark emoji. Do. I was very taken off by the Heather shark. Anyway, that girl, she said, today my 2-year-old learned the word hate. Rest assured, she only hates everything.
Love that. So my first tweet is from at DrewDynamite04. I wrote courtside on my vision board, got called for jury duty 2 weeks later. Make sure you're specific.
No. I made one recently, not really a vision board, but I just was in the mood to make a collage. Also, I lit 13 candles in hopes something witchy would happen, but it didn't.
Oh my gosh.
But this is what I do in my spare time. But I made this collage and it's very pretty. And I had a lot of fun with that. And I feel like it's a nice activity to do to really like, you know, you put down things not maybe that you want or things that you feel represent you. And then when you're done, you get to look at it and it's so beautiful. And you're like, oh my God, that's me. I'm beautiful.
Or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, I thought I was beautiful.
Always.
Thanks. At July 12 said, a woman rammed her grocery cart into mine and didn't apologize, so I followed her around the store and took things out of her cart when she wasn't looking.
That's amazing. I love that.
Love it too.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God.
Oh, I need to do that. Do some Impractical Joker shit.
All
right. My next tweet is from at Weeds Wildflowers. Daughter stepping on a scale. Whoa, mommy, I'm 41. Me, that's great, babe. Steps on scale. Daughter, whoa, mommy, you're big. Me, gee, thanks. Daughter, thanks? Why'd you say thanks? Me, It's called sarcasm. I'll teach it to you one day.
Aw. At mostly_cheese. Okay. Mostly cheese. 3-year-old. Before I was born, I was dead. Me, well, not exactly. Where did you even learn that word? 3-year-old. On top of a mountain. Me, all right, let's back up.
That's interesting.
I'm so into that, like, when kids say stuff to imply they had a past life. I just, like, I will never not read an article full of those stories or, like, any, like, the comment section of anything about that, because, like, I'm so into that. Like, where did they learn the word? How did they get on a mountain?
Yeah. We've never been to the mountains.
Aliens.
I just picture the guy from Ancient Aliens with the crazy hair.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I have tweets, Lauren. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I do.
Cool.
Okay, now my tweet. My next tweet, is this our last tweet?
Yep.
Okay. My next tweet is from at Caitlin Menstrata. She said, not seeing your friends being treated how they should be is a different kind of mad.
Oh, yeah.
And that's accurate.
For sure.
I have a friend that I still don't like people that she like was once talking to because they did her so wrong. And she's like, oh, that's fine. We're over that. And I'm like, no, you're over that. I am not.
You might move on from someone's damage, but your friends will not.
Correct. I still hold so many people a grudge on so many people for things that they didn't even do to me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know the people. And I'm like, no, I hate them.
I would say most of my grudges are on behalf of someone else, probably.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll
all right, now I'll say it. Bye.
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 The least naughty cookie.
What the hell, you bitch? Ugh.